Opening with more. Good morning, Gianna.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Gianna. Still to come on Mornings on Fox 11. After a slew of issues with open meeting law violations, the Washoe County School District is reassigning its chief legal counsel. We'll tell you what's next for Randy Drake. Plus, state water officials are taking new measures to protect our community from severe drought conditions. The newest restrictions to be put into place. Your local headlines coming up after this.
Welcome back, everyone. After plenty of legal troubles this past year, the Washoe County School District is parting ways with its chief legal counsel. In a mutual agreement, Randy Drake will take on another role within the school district. The move comes after a number of open meeting law violation complaints, most recently in March, when the board went off agenda to appoint interim superintendent Tracy Davis as the new superintendent. That decision was quickly reversed, and a board member went on record to note the board did consult Drake before making such a motion. So fast forward to yesterday. The board voted 5-1 to approve the settlement. Drake will now serve as the assistant director of grants program compliance, taking about a 41% pay cut. Another item, the board unanimously approved the agreement with outside legal counsel it retained back in April. The Maupin, Cox & Ligoy law firm will provide counsel for the board through the end of September. The board voiced concern on how to keep costs down. Since its retainer in April, the board owes the firm more than $18,000. That's basically for some 63 hours spent on the Drake settlement. In another order of business, they were busy yesterday. The board unanimously voted to extend interim superintendent Tracy Davis's duties through June 10th as it searches for a permanent successor to former superintendent Pedro Martinez.
And there are several new faces on the Reno City Council these days, but there's also a new approach when it comes to running the city. And many say it starts at the top with Mayor Hillary Sheevey. Sheevy's been on the job nearly 6 months right now, and she's committed to listening to what people have to say. One example of that, she says, is the stoplight that's finally getting built in front of the Bonanza Casino to increase pedestrian safety. Sheevey and the new council are also holding others more accountable, which was evident when they ordered the police chief in March to bring 5 officers home early from a mission in Ukraine because of concerns about staffing and safety.
I don't know that you would have seen the prior city council reverse a police chief's decision the way that this city council did. And that was led by Mayor Hillary Sheevey.
Things are changing as far as communication goes, transparency. Really, I ran on a culture change, and this is truly about a culture change.
Mayor Sheevey, unfortunately, dealing with a personal tragedy right now. Her father died in a fire. She is back on the job and says she appreciates all of the support she's received.
And that same council is still trying to decide exactly what to do with its surplus of nearly $11 million. And today they will vote on the matter. They met yesterday to discuss the upcoming fiscal year and what to do with all that extra money. There were several categories on the table, which were all approved. However, the council did decide to lower the amount of money they want to spend on items such as the RPD headquarters fund, Neal Road park lights, pedestrian safety, and bike projects. Now, not all of the surplus money was allocated at yesterday's meeting. Before today's vote, there's still about $100,000 left that the council says they would like to go to the 2016 fiscal year or even the ending fund balance.
Nevada Congressman Mark Amodei is asking questions this morning following the cancellation of a London flight to Reno. Amodei says he recently spoke with U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents in San Francisco. He says he and others in Nevada's congressional delegation are seeking solutions in the aftermath of the cancellation of the Thomas Cook flight to Reno from London. The nonstop flight was supposed to begin in December, but was scrapped after the airline learned it would take up to 4 hours to get through customs once passengers landed in Reno. Authorities say the problem involves funding to increase staff at customs in Reno.
It's like, listen, let's think out of the box and figure out how to do this. Nobody expects you to double the workforce in Reno for flights that are there a few times a week. But we do need the capability. It is an international airport, and if they want to act like it, then they should be able to without being limited by customs.
He says he's setting up a personal visit to the customs facility in Reno to see the issue firsthand.
Local water officials are taking an in-depth look at the drought and Washoe County's low water supply. A Truckee Meadows Water Authority director says nearly no water is coming out of Lake Tahoe, which will result in all ditches being shut off within the next 6 weeks. Another official discussed conservation efforts ahead of what is expected to be an extremely dry summer for the region. Water used at county buildings and parks will be reduced by 10%, and you might see some brown areas at parks, even some golf courses and lower park ponds. But some good news, water parks plan to operate normally since they recycle and recirculate their water.
Hopefully they won't see that big of a difference. It's going to be a little bit noticeable, but we're going to do the best we can to keep the parks functional and the golf course as well.
On top of that, the Washoe County Board of Commissioners will now allow Raven helicopters to fight wildland fires over the next 6 months.
Well, Kanye West is known for flashing his bling all around town, but in a rare glimpse, we just see a flash of his pearly whites. I'll tell you why he was so quick to wipe that smile off his face.
All right, and we do have a winter storm watch for your Thursday. Some winter weather expected in the high Sierra. It's in blue on your screen. We're going to talk about that snow plus our rain chances and the wind for today. That's all coming up in your forecast. And the news doesn't stop when you leave the house. Fox 11 has you covered. Download the new and improved free Fox 11 AM app for your smartphone and tablet. It's available on Apple and Android devices. Just search for Fox 11 AM. We're back with your forecast.
It's going down for it.
If we can hear him, how's the audio? Yeah, if you can't hear it, I wouldn't take it and wait for CNN to actually, yeah, and send some sound bites back. That's what I would do. But you can't hear what they're saying.
Sam here on the couch.
Good morning and welcome back to Mornings on Fox 11. A mostly cloudy day today, and breezes will be out there again this afternoon. Maybe not quite as windy as yesterday, though. About 10 to 20, gusting to 30 out of the west today. And we could see a stray thunderstorm, but most of the rain chances wait until tomorrow to really start picking up for those of us here in the Truckee Meadows. And we are watching snow in some of those higher elevation locations. 43 in town, partly cloudy skies at the moment, 5-mile-per-hour winds out of the west-northwest, and 47% humidity. Your temperature is now 37 in Incline Village, 39 in Smith Valley, 43 in Carson City, and 41 this morning in Fernley. Not too warm today, going for the low 60s for most lower elevation locations. The 40s around Lake Tahoe is all we're going to manage for highs today. Mostly cloudy skies out there right now. We'll continue to see clouds and sun for the day today. Again, not too much of a rain chance. It's about a 20% chance for those of us here in western Nevada. Just a couple of isolated showers or thunderstorms are possible. This storm system will continue to get closer, though, and that does bring us a better chance for moisture tomorrow. Rain in the lower elevations by tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, continuing into the evening hours, and snow in the upper elevations. Most of the snow will be south of Lake Tahoe in the Sierra and mostly above 7,000 feet. That's where the highest accumulations are expected. Some minor accumulations in a few other spots possible, but most of us down here in the valleys are going to see rain showers as opposed to snow. The snow level around 6,500 feet with this storm system coming through Thursday and Friday. Hard to believe we're talking about this in the middle of May, but it is true. We have this nice little storm system bringing some snow to the upper elevations. Highs for Thursday and Friday only in the 50s for the Reno Sparks area, back to the 60s by Saturday. Good news for graduations and weddings on Saturday. We do have decreased chances for showers by then, only down to around 20% chances, and then still unsettled heading into the beginning of next week. Mornings on Fox 11. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. He's a rap star with money and fame. What's not to smile about? But apparently Kanye West rarely does it.
Yeah, so rarely that when he almost flashed a smile, it became a news flash heard around the web. Jeannie Mose reports Kanye was nabbed literally wiping that smile right off of his face.
Kanye West was caught in the act, the unforgivable act of almost smiling before he managed to smother it. There's no smiling in Kanye world.
Damn it, Kanye, together, please.
This is the face he puts on to face the press, but at a Chicago versus Cleveland basketball game, almost chuckling with former NBA star Scottie Pippen, Kanye's mask slipped. Crap, they've spotted me, read one caption. It had happened before, for instance, on Ellen, and again while he was being interviewed by his mother-in-law, Kris Jenner.
And he would Photoshop himself into the card as a joke.
Off with a smile, on with a look one commenter described as overgrown man baby. Someone just put into timeout. So why, oh why, doesn't Kanye smile? He once framed the explanation this way. When you see paintings in an old castle, people are not smiling because it just wouldn't look as cool. Which Kanye looks cooler, this one or that one? Kanye is following the model set by models. Practically every face is a bummer. Are you going to smile at all today?
No.
Are you going to smile today?
I don't think so. I tried to a little bit.
No, you didn't try at all. We have seen Kanye smile, a flash of white teeth in between photos, and once he literally kissed his smile goodbye. As for Kim, she once Instagrammed, "See, I do smile. Not too often, though, because it causes wrinkles." But at least when Kanye gets caught without his trademark scowl, we howl.
Don't you sweat it. Just smile and forget it.
Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Can you imagine Bill Frankmore trying to do that, not smiling?
No way. And what a full-time job to always have to be worried about not smiling.
That's why I have wrinkles. Seriously, I'm always smiling because I don't make me smile.
Well, that's why he's blaming his wrinkles on it.
Well, still to come here on Mornings on Fox 11 as Nepal tries to recover a second quake strikes, killing at least 40. We'll hear firsthand accounts from two UNR students. We'll be right back, but first, here is what women want.
So you just want me to do everything exactly the same? Gotcha. Welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 7:28. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Well, the Reno City Council is still trying to decide what to do with its surplus of nearly $11 million. And today, they're going to vote on the matter. They met yesterday to discuss the coming fiscal year and what to do with the extra cash. And there were several categories on the table there, options up for a discussion, which were all approved. However, the council did decide to lower the amount of money that they want to spend on items such as the RPD headquarters fund, Neal Road park lights, and pedestrian safety and bike projects. We'll be covering that again today and bring a little bit more on what they decided on coming up in our later shows. All right, meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. We have partly to mostly cloudy skies out there right now. Satellite and radar showing a lot of clouds moving through. Things are going to stay mostly dry for us today. An isolated stray shower, not necessarily out of the question, but the chances are pretty low today. They start to increase tomorrow. 43 in town right now, 43 in Carson City as well, 40 in Smith Valley, 27 in Truckee, 41 in South Lake Tahoe, and 34 this morning in Markleeville. We do have a storm system on the way on in for Thursday and Friday. It brings a chance for rain showers at 60% to the valleys, and we are looking at some accumulating snow, especially above about 6,500 feet or so Thursday and Friday.
Sounds to me like you're still asleep.
Yeah, normally about now I'm trying to sleep in.
A devastating scene in Philadelphia. At least 6 people are dead, dozens more injured after a passenger train runs off the tracks. We're going to have the very latest from the scene.
And we talked with 2 UNR students directly from Nepal, where they were when this second earthquake hit and how they are feeling in the aftermath.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
And hey, good Wednesday morning, middle of the work week. We'll be getting that forecast with Tim in just a bit. I know a lot of people excited for graduation coming up this weekend, but a lot of people scared that maybe it might be a little too cold to enjoy graduation outside. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that weather cooperates for all those grads this weekend.
50s and 60s, yuck, all week long. We're going to check in with Tim in just a bit. We're also, of course, checking in on this developing tragedy out of Philadelphia. Philadelphia mayor says the black box of that train that derailed yesterday has been found.
That's right, and the popular cafe coffee bar is also expanding its bakery in Reno. The menu is going to be changing up a bit, so that's pretty exciting as well.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. We're going to check in with Fox 11's Gianna Georgie, who is live right now at the Coffee Bar Bakery's grand opening. Hey, Gianna.
Hey there, Kenton.
Morning. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Matt.
All right, Gianna, thank you. Now we're going to continue our coverage with that tragedy that happened in Philadelphia last night. At least 6 people were killed when an Amtrak train derailed in Philadelphia. Another 136 people were rushed to the hospital. 6 are in critical condition this morning.
Yeah, they just finished up with the news conference, and as we told you a couple of minutes ago, the Philadelphia mayor says the black box from that train has been found. NTSB investigators all on scene this morning to try and find out what caused the derailment. Of course, that black box will be key. Ms. Chris Welch with the latest detail.
Now, of the 243 people on board this train, more than half of them had to be taken to hospitals for some type of injury. We know this morning that at least 6 of those still with critical injuries.
It is an absolute disastrous mess. Never seen anything like this in my life.
The investigation is underway in Philadelphia to figure out what caused an Amtrak train to fly off the tracks Tuesday.
It just sounds horrible. I mean, the human tragedy, the devastation, I can't imagine.
The train was going from Washington to New York when it derailed in Philadelphia's Port Richmond neighborhood. Passengers say it was like a nightmare. The sound of scraping metal, train cars turning on their sides. Then things started flying. Phones, laptops, even people.
I saw so many head injuries and, bloody faces, and, people were really injured.
I'm still like, it kind of still feels like a dream. Like, how could this happen? You always read about things or see this on the news, a plane crashes, a train derails, but you never actually think it's going to happen to you.
You hear bumping and you hear metal mangling, and but it happened so quickly, you didn't even know what was going on.
Fire officials say rescue efforts were difficult.
Train cars are overturned. They're in horrible shape. There's a bunch of debris down there, sharp objects, so it's a dangerous situation for responders, even more dangerous for the riders down there.
Now, last we heard from officials, they were still going through these cars to try and make sure that no one was unaccounted for. Now, we know that as to the investigation, they are still trying to figure out exactly how this happened. The NTSB, along with the Federal Railroad Administration, will be arriving on scene later this morning. Reporting in Philadelphia, I'm Chris Welch.
Chris, thank you, and of course we'll bring you any new developments with this tragedy throughout the morning. Officials in Wisconsin released police dash cam video from the night an unarmed biracial teenager named Tony Robinson was shot and killed in Madison. It comes as we learn that the white police officer who fired the shots will not face charges. Tests confirm that Robinson took hallucinogenic mushrooms, marijuana, and Xanax the night of the shooting. Callers to 911 said Robinson was acting insane and tried to attack people. Officer Matt Kenny responded to the call and says Robinson confronted him, hit and knocked him into a wall. The officer says he was afraid Robinson was going to hit him again or take his gun, so he says he opened fire. 7 shots were fired, all hitting Robinson. Yesterday, the district attorney said Kenny acted within the law and would not be charged. Robinson's mother says that the family has launched its own investigation. She plans to file a lawsuit against the city of Madison, Wisconsin.
Closing arguments for sentencing in the Boston bombing trial are set to begin today. The defense rested Monday after testimony from a Roman Catholic nun famous for her opposition to the death penalty. Sister Helen Pajan met with Dzhokhar Tsarnaev 5 times during his trial and says she believes he's genuinely sorry. Tsarnaev was convicted of 30 counts for his role in the bombing, the fatal shooting of an MIT police officer, and a police firefight in Watertown. 17 of those counts carry the death penalty. After closing arguments, the prosecution will have a final rebuttal before the jury begins those deliberations. They'll decide whether he gets the death penalty or life in prison. Rescue teams are searching for survivors after another large earthquake hit Nepal yesterday. The quake spread more misery in the country, which is still reeling from that earthquake that killed more than 8,000 people almost 3 weeks ago. Yesterday's 7.3 magnitude quake centered between the capital of Kathmandu and Mount Everest also triggered landslides that blocked roads to remote villages in several districts. 65 people have been confirmed dead so far in yesterday's quake. And 2 local college students were in Nepal when that second earthquake hit. Steve Angster and Ian Pierce were searching for geophysical signs of the first earthquake. We spoke to them about what it was like to be in a situation many have only ever read about.
Everyone around us is asking us for what's going to happen next, and we don't know as scientists. We really don't know what's going to happen, but it definitely puts you on edge and makes you really realize how scary it is, because if either of these earthquakes had been a little bigger, the city probably would have been completely flattened.
So relieved that both of them are okay. Both of the students say they are rattled, but again, doing okay. They are documenting their progress in daily updates on the university's College of Science website.
Well, a newly hired Boston University professor is making headlines while her Twitter page is getting more traffic than her classroom. Plus, a new study takes a look into global drinking trends. Find out what group experts say pick up the bottle more often. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm in love.
I'm officially over-caffeinated and will pay for it dearly later.
It's funny. You look normal, Glenn.
Oh, on the inside, I'm shaking. I can feel it.
Well, on the inside, as long as it's on the inside.
Matt, you are the imaginary friend. That's the problem.
That might be true. That's very possible.
There, Mike. Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Good morning. Good morning. So we are talking about this professor who tweeted out who she thinks the problem of society is. So that's our first topic for today. And yes, I never had an imaginary friend.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that. That's
That guy's...
What, you have real ones? What's that all about?
See, this is how I see it. Is that like 5 years from now, I'm going to have a conversation with my mom, and she's going to tell me my friend growing up was never real. That's what's going to happen.
Welcome back. Here's a live look at 80 Sparks Boulevard on your Wednesday. 43 degrees in Reno currently. Look at the cloudy skies out there. Things are going to be changing the next couple of days. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker's got you covered. But first, turning now to what is trending over on our Facebook page. Critics say that a newly hired Boston University professor crossed the line with recent tweets bashing whites, but the school says, hey, it's free speech. According to FoxNews.com, Saida Grundy is an incoming assistant professor of sociology and African American studies at Boston University. But before she starts her job on campus, she tweeted this statement, quote, white masculinity isn't a problem for America's college. White masculinity is the problem for America's colleges. In another tweet, she called white males a, quote, problem population. Boston University stands by the professor saying, hey, Grundy is exercising her right to free speech. Asking your Google Plusers, what do you think about it? Do you have an issue with the school standing by her and saying it's free speech? And do you have an issue with this statement or no? It is free speech. She can say what she wants to. It's her private account. Starting off first with Matt out of Reno. Matt, your thoughts?
Well, first off, I don't know that I want to talk. Apparently, I'm the problem with college society. But no, I mean, seriously, first off, it's not free speech because it's not against the government. It's not parody. It's not anything like that. It's meant to incite, which is against free speech. Second off, she is representing the college, so this is what the college how the college wants to be represented. That's complete BS, as it were. Racism is racism. It doesn't matter where it's aimed. It's still racism.
Kimpton, let me ask you, isn't part of college to show you both sides of something, to show you a well-rounded view? Do you think this is part of that well-rounded view?
Yeah, I'm not sure where I go as far as well-rounded view, but at the same time, college and teachers are supposed to be provocative. In this case, Twitter is so short, so maybe she generalized a bit too much. I don't know. Feels like I'm making excuse for her. But if she had bigger passage and whatnot, an article to talk about it, maybe she would make more sense. But right now, it does seem a little bit racist to me.
Glenn, what do you think?
Okay, it's really simple. Let's just turn it around, and I'm calling out the college in this one. What if a white male professor had said this about blacks? What would have happened? The professor would be out of a job right now. But they're going to turn it around this way and say, oh, no, this is just freedom of speech. I think the college has a double standard. The woman should be fired based on their own standards.
Interesting. We would love to hear what you have to say. What do we have on Facebook, Antonia?
Kay writes in and says, are you trying to say that white males are not a problem population? We all know about the white male entitlement issues.
Right. Let us know what you think. This is a hot button one. Go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. That is where the conversation continues. Sam?
Liz, thank you. Well, with all those hormones, raising daughters, of course, is no easy task. Ask my mom, especially if moms are going through changes themselves. Sheila Gray talks with a mom who's dealing with this dangerous mix. And Kanye West might be a college dropout, but now he has an advanced degree. I'll tell you why he's adding doctor to his resume. That's scary. We'll be back.
Also makes me wonder if this college professor said that just to get attention.
Yeah, well, could be.
Hey, that's actually a good point.
In taking the class, right? So I don't know. I mean, and white masculinity, what the hell does that mean? Anyway, yeah. So we've got a documentary to work on. So see you guys next summer. All right, see you now.
1, 2, 3. Hi, Samantha. Nice to meet you.
I'm just gonna run up.
Good morning and welcome back to Mornings on Fox 11. Windy yesterday, still going to be on the breezy side today, but not quite the winds we saw yesterday. Going for about 10 to 20, gusting to 30 for the afternoon today. Mostly cloudy skies and a stray thunderstorm, not quite out of the question, but really it is mainly a dry day today. 43 in Reno with partly to mostly cloudy skies at the moment. 5-mile-per-hour winds out of the west-northwest and 47% humidity. Your temperature starting out your Wednesday morning, 38 in Incline Village, 27 in Truckee, so chilly there. 45 in Silver Springs, 44 in Smith Valley, and 45 in Carson City this morning. Mostly cloudy skies at the moment. Some breaks of sun starting to form out there for the southern portions of the viewing area. So sun and clouds for the day today, mostly on the cloudy side, at least in the morning hours. And again, a stray shower is possible, but we are watching for mainly dry conditions. Looks like a couple of showers try to set up later on today. About a 20% chance. That's where we're putting it for today. By tomorrow, up to a 60% chance for showers in the lower elevations. And yeah, we're seeing some snow tomorrow and Friday in the higher elevations. Mostly tomorrow and tomorrow night. That's when most of it is going to fall. And the highest totals will be south of Lake Tahoe within the Sierra. We do have a winter storm watch up there in the high Sierra for Thursday. So just be aware of that if you're doing any traveling, especially up and over some of those passes. Could be a little slippery at times, and we are looking to advise you that you should probably just take chains with you if you are doing some pass traveling tomorrow and Friday. 68 in Elko, 67 in Eureka, the high today. We're in the 60s across many of the lower elevations, and a little on the breezy side, 10 to 20, gusting to 30 out of the west. And it's very chilly up around Lake Tahoe. Only in the 40s for most of the towns up there, 30s at 8,000 feet. So a lot of cold air in the upper elevations. We are talking about a very chilly day up there. Still the 60s, though, for the lower elevations. Stray shower possible, but mostly a dry day today. And we are looking at mostly cloudy skies as we head through your Wednesday. But again, a storm system arrives for your Thursday and Friday. 60% chance for showers at the lower elevations. Snow levels around 6,500 feet. But that will lower Thursday night into Friday morning. That's the best chance to see any snow mixing in at some of the lower elevations, but any accumulation should be pretty high up in the Sierra. And then pretty dry for Saturday. That's a big day for graduations as well as weddings. We'll be back.
And welcome back, everyone. A new book is bringing superpowers to Northern Nevada this morning. We are talking to the author of the Waterman Chronicles. If you haven't checked them out, you have to. I know I will be buying them on Amazon or Barnes & Noble after the interview. Patrick Harris joins us now. Patrick, how cool is it that you did this series? Tell us what it's about.
It's very cool, Samantha. It's actually a book series about a superhero, and he lives in Northern Nevada. He and his friends find an Aztec artifact. They get cut by it, and they get powers over the planet, like Captain Planet, the old TV show.
And where did the inspiration for this series come from?
It actually came from an old game my brother and I used to play. We'd jump off rocks and say the ground was lava, and I fell down and decided I wanted to cheat. So I said I control water and didn't die for the day.
That is so cool. And, you know, I think everyone has thought to themselves, you know what, it would be so cool to write a book, but very few people actually do it. Very few people can get it published. What has this whole process been like, and how long did it take you to write the series?
The series itself, it took me probably about 3 or 4 years, and it's been something I've always wanted to do. I learned to read really easy, and all through elementary school I wrote short stories, and it just transformed into novels.
Now, what ages would you recommend these books for?
The books are definitely geared for upper middle school, high school, but if you're a superhero fan, the book is for you.
And it's crazy, you recently heard something from Amazon about the sale of your third book. Tell us about that.
Correct. After just being on Amazon for one day, it hit into the top 20% of book sales, which was quite the accomplishment.
Wow. So you wrote this series, 3 books total. Are you planning on writing any more, or what's next in your writing career?
I love to write. It's
Okay.
always going to be a hobby. So I've already finished another book completely unrelated to Waterman, and I can't wait to see where my career takes me next.
And you're just a recent grad of UNR, I understand?
Correct. Recent graduate, graduated with a marketing degree last year.
Marketing, and you're an author. How
And
do
an
those
author.
two go hand in hand?
They go right hand in hand. Facebook, promotions, it's my second calling.
Yeah, well, it is so neat. Well, we are so honored to have you on here today. Again, if people want to buy it, where can they go?
Head to Amazon, head to Barnes & Noble, local bookstore, and find the Waterman Chronicles 1, 2, and 3.
So great to support a local author. Such great talent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Again,
so
the
much.
Waterman Chronicles for upper middle school, you would say?
Upper middle school, high school, and anybody who's a superhero fan.
All right, love those superheroes. Thank you so much again, Patrick Harris. Stay with us, everyone. Mornings on Fox 11. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 7:58. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Happening today, Nevada Job Connect is holding a job fair. It's for positions in the manufacturing industry, including machine operators, welders, inspectors, and assemblers as well. It's all happening from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Reno Town Mall. Those interested are encouraged to dress professionally and bring plenty of resumes. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast on this Wednesday. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. Partly cloudy skies in the southern portions of the viewing area, mostly cloudy skies in the northern portions. Either way, partly to mostly cloudy skies all the way through the day today. An isolated shower possible. Most of us are going to stay dry. Any showers or thunderstorms will be the exception to the rule today. 45 in Reno, same thing in Carson City, 45 as well in South Lake Tahoe, 46 in Silver Springs, and 32 this morning in Truckee. We've got a bigger storm system on the way, and that brings us a chance for rain down to the valley floors. Thursday and Friday, 60% chance for both days, as well as snow in the upper elevations. The snow level generally 6,500 feet on average throughout this storm. It will rise and lower throughout the storm, though, especially Thursday night into Friday morning. We could see some snow mixing in with the rain right down to some of the valley floors. No accumulation expected really below 6,000 feet, though. Best accumulation, Southern Sierra, south of Lake Tahoe, above 7,000 feet, mostly dry by Saturday, a big day across the area.
A simple facial expression is getting some negative attention. How one reporter says her reaction was misinterpreted.
And are the rich more likely to have a drink in their hand? What a new study shows it may just surprise you. Who's drinking? Rich or the poor? Who's drinking more? We're going to take a look on this Wednesday, May 13th, 2015.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on Mornings on Fox 11, 8 o'clock, second hour of the show. Still got a lot ahead of us, including the Moms blog of folks who are coming in to talk about the winner from their big event that was going on online, asking moms to say what's wonderful about yourself. Be honest and help yourself.
You guys are so modest that usually that's
tough. A lot of moms forget to thank themselves and to do that. So we're going to have the winners on, and we're also, of course, going to be going live with Ryan to take a look at the big event that's happening today. Jeb Bush is coming into town. Not yet a presidential nominee, or candidate, I should say, but I'm sure it's going to happen any day now where he announces.
Wouldn't that be crazy if he announced it here in Reno?
Oh, gosh, fingers
that would be awesome.
That would be
very
awesome.
cool. Would be cool.
Good news for you. We'll be filming, I guarantee it. All right, here's a question that a lot of people may be asking.
Yeah.
Who drinks more?
The rich or the poor? Look at you. You love the fact that you rhymed that all together.
Dr. Seuss.
Well,
Yep.
according to a new study, it's not uncommon for rich men to tie one on. In fact, the study says the heaviest drinkers tend to be people with more education and higher socioeconomic status, generally white men. The study comes from the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. Now, while rich men may tend to drink more heavily, the study finds those who engage in risky drinking tend to be poor men and rich women. Very interesting here. You surprised by this study?
Well, there's a couple of ways you can look at it. Rich men can afford more booze.
That's true.
I guess you can look at it that way. And they drink a lot of, I would say rich men would drink more of the, what do you call, top shelf scotches and vodkas and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I
But
guess I
you
could see
love
that.
the Coors Light. So
I
what
like
does that
me a
say
little
about
Coors Light.
you?
What does that say about you?
That poor is a joke, broke is a joke, as they say.
Pretty interesting. These studies are always real.
I think they were drinking at the time.
They may have had a few beverages themselves when they put
Is it bad
together.
that I buy the $3 Walmart brand of wine?
Yes.
It's great. You know,
Out of the box?
no, it's not. It's out of a bottle.
That's $6.
And there's a brand at Total Wine, less than $2. We may or may not
Really?
have had that at our wedding.
That just is screaming.
Really?
That is
Yeah.
just really. I don't want to have a hangover.
How do you
after
feel
that.
the next day?
You know, it's not bad. At least I don't know. You know, I like it.
There you go.
Glass
All
or
right.
two.
We thought it was
$2
$8 or
wine.
$9 bottle of wine.
I tricked
Just
you,
gave it
didn't
away.
I?
Yes.
All right, let's go switch gears, you guys. Let's take a look at what's trending. Trending over on Yahoo this morning. A sweet moment captured on Dancing with the Stars is now surrounded by speculation. Really? What would happen when contestant Noah Galloway popped the question to his girlfriend on air? But people aren't talking about the double amputee vet. Instead, they're focusing on Erin Andrews. Look at that face that she made. Oh, God, it looks like that's what it looks like she's saying. Well, cameras caught the Dancing with the Star host during the live marriage proposal, and Tom Bergeron tweeted in defense of his co-host, saying that she was trying not to cry. Erin herself tweeted, "Sorry, my ugly cry face made its debut." Turning now over on Facebook, Kanye gets a PhD. Just call him Dr. West, if you will. The music and fashion mogul received an honorary PhD from the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, where West is from. West was dressed in full regalia for Monday's ceremony. He even admitted to having the jitters on stage. He shot into music stardom, of course, back in 2004 with the debut
felt my
studio
nerves
album, The College Dropout. Trending over on Twitter this morning, hashtag Tom Shady. According to the New York Daily News, 12 billboards that refer to the disgraced quarterback as the hashtag Tom Shady went up all over Jersey Tuesday morning. The signs also featured the famous Jets rallying cry. The Jets have kept noticeably quiet while their rivals squirm in the Deflategate spotlight, but that hasn't stopped their fans from jabbing at the Patriots and their golden boy quarterback. All right, turning now to what's trending on our Facebook page this morning. A nursing student who says anxiety and depression made it difficult for her to concentrate. And now she's sued a Northwestern Pennsylvania university after failing a required course twice. Jennifer Burbella claims that her Misericordia University professor, I haven't heard of that one before. Well, she says that he didn't do enough to help her pass a class on adult health patterns. She says she was given a distraction-free environment and extra time for her final exam when she took the class a second time, but didn't respond to telephone questions as promised, creating even more stress. Citizens Voice reports for Strasburg Women is seeking more than $75,000 in damages. So we're asking all of you on Facebook, what do you think about it? Do you think the student has a case? I'm not sure. Mark writes in and says, another sign of the society we live in, no professional responsibility. It's always the fault of someone or something else. We would love to hear what you have to say on this one. Read it again. Take a second look at it. What do you think? Go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. That is where the conversation continues. Bill?
I'll tell you what I think. I think that Erin Andrews look, she was not fighting back tears. She was like, oh, boy. Don't you think? Yeah. All right. We're going to follow that one for sure. All righty. We're following this, too. Politically, a big name linked to the 2016 presidential race is in Reno this morning. Ryan Kern joins us live from the Evelyn Mount Community Center, where Jeb Bush, a potential candidate for the White House, is speaking in just about an hour. Hi, Ryan.
Ryan, thank you for that live report. Still to come here on Mornings on Fox 11, more moms are entering menopause when their daughters are going through puberty. How to handle when hormones collide. We'll have that in your family's 411 report coming up next. Yes.
Make me sing, ooh, la la la. I think you in the moon and
Welcome back, everyone. Here's a live look at 580 at Villanova. Looks like traffic is moving great out there. Man, cold one though, 45 degrees, and changes are coming to your forecast throughout the week.
Warming up much at all.
Well, women are waiting longer to have children, a trend that's putting a lot of families under stress. Moms are starting to experience menopause symptoms just when their daughters are beginning puberty. A bad mix.
Boy, I'm glad we have 3 boys. Special correspondent Sheila Gray talked with a mom who's dealing with this dangerous mix of hormones in the house.
Mornings are a busy time for most families. When kids are little, the biggest conflicts before school center on what to pack for lunch or what to wear. But it's getting a little more complicated at the Fox house.
You see a lot of conflict that arise between mom and daughter. And then you have the other siblings or the husband that just doesn't really know what to do.
Mother and nurse practitioner Amanda Fox is only 37, but she's seeing signs of the transition into menopause.
The hot flashes, more fatigue, irritability.
It's called perimenopause, and Amanda's on a collision course with her 10-year-old daughter entering puberty. Both can see mood swings, and Amanda also hears about it in the family practice where she works.
And we're talking about it a lot more all the time.
Here's why. The Centers for Disease Control says the number of women waiting until their mid-30s to have babies is at its highest in 50 years. Meanwhile, research by the Breast Cancer Fund shows American girls are getting their menstrual cycles earlier. Amanda says parents need to start teaching their kids, especially girls, about puberty when they're about 8 years old. But kids may not want to talk to them.
You'll see a lot of them coming out of their rooms with the eye rolling if you want to do anything to participate as a family.
One way to keep open the lines of communication is for moms and daughters to find an activity they both like. For Amanda and Giselle, it's Girls on the Run.
We talk about stuff, and then we run, and we try to we pace ourselves and stuff, and we train for a 5K.
A new hobby like exercise has a lot of benefits.
Those do put good hormones back in your body and give you a feeling of good self-worth.
Menopause and puberty both last a few years, and with another daughter who's 8, you might call it a marathon for the Fox family. It might also require a sense of humor, especially for Dad.
What should guide you? Run.
Dad's grabbed
I
your
know.
helmet for
I was
sure.
going to say that. I wonder what the dads have to say about that.
Yeah.
But running does help clear the mind,
Yes.
for sure.
Button up that chin strap, though, if you're both at the same time and you're a fella. Parents might have a hard time talking about puberty with kids who are so young. They say it helps to just talk about it a little at a time.
Yeah, and she also
Small bites.
recommends a book for girls by American Girl called The Care and Keeping of You.
Sounds good.
Tim?
All right, thank you both. We have a winter storm watch for your Thursday. Yeah, a winter storm watch in May. More snow on the way for the Sierra. It's late, but we need it. We're going to talk about that and rain showers for the valleys when those kick up for us on your 7-day forecast. We'll be back.
It's gonna be a ride.
Good morning and welcome back to Mornings on Fox 11. A mostly cloudy day. We're starting off with a lot of cloud cover this morning. Couple of peaks of sunshine are making their way out for the southern portions of the viewing area now, but still some clouds for the afternoon. Breezy conditions too. We are looking for a little bit of wind out there, not quite as much as yesterday though, and a stray thunderstorm possible as we go through the day. Stray being the key word. That's going to be the exception to the rule. Most of us are going to be mainly dry for the day today. 45 in town, partly to mostly cloudy skies, calm winds, 44% humidity right now. Temperatures at 48 in Carson City, 32 in Truckee, 45 in Southlake, and 49 this morning in Yerington. Good amount of cloud cover has been moving through during the overnight and into early this morning, but there is a back edge to these clouds, so a little sunshine should break out. But again, more clouds will start to form once that sun breaks out because we produce a little instability, create those cumulus clouds later on in the day. So we'll see those clouds fill back in. Isolated showers are possible, about a 20% chance. This is not going to be a widespread rainy kind of day. Tomorrow, on the other hand, rain chances really do increase with a storm system approaching. And yes, snow in some of the higher elevations here in May. Good stuff. We do need that for sure. We're looking for several inches of snow, especially south of Lake Tahoe within the southern Sierra, but an accumulation possible pretty much everywhere in the Sierra, above maybe 6,000 feet or so, and most of the snow will be above 7,000 feet. Snow level about 6,500 feet for most of the storm system. Below that, we are looking for rain showers. And they linger and continue into your Friday as well. So we are looking for additional moisture for the next couple of days here. Not necessarily today. Today's a pretty low chance. Breezy conditions, about 10 to 20, gusting to 30 miles per hour out of the west today. Tomorrow and Friday, that's the rainmaker for us, bringing rain to some of the lower elevations. It is chilly out there as well, only into the 50s for the highs, and even some snow, mainly above 6,500 feet or so. So we are not looking for too much snow accumulation, maybe up to a foot south of Lake Tahoe at the crest of the Sierra, and then below that lesser amount, of course. Saturday, by the way, a big day with graduations as well as weddings going on. It looks mostly dry, but a 20% chance for showers. Sam, over to you.
All right, Tim, thanks. Well, still to come here on Mornings on Fox 11, the author of Mom's Blog is back with the winner of the contest we brought you last week. Stay tuned to meet this beautiful mom. We'll be right back.
My hidden treasure chest. Golden.
We had a random winner, and then we had a popular vote winner.
Okay. So Brittany
So I was
was
the
the popular
contributor
vote, and then
vote.
contributor winner, and then we
We also
Welcome back, everybody. Mother's Day has wrapped up, but we want to introduce you to something we told you about last week. We're joined now by Lindsay Sanford of Reno Mom's Blog to talk a little bit about the winners. We had you on last week to chat about the contest, or 2 weeks ago, talk about the contest that was going on Reno Mom's Blog, and you have picked some of the winners. It was a great contest, a great outcome for you guys. A lot of people put in basically what they thought. It was moms saying what they thought was great about themselves, which I love that idea. Great response?
Yeah, we had absolutely great response. We had several, well over 100 entries, and just wonderful response. And it wasn't even just the moms talking about themselves. It was also
he sees himself on TV. Introduce it. Who do we have here?
This is KJ. Do you want to introduce your son?
Hi, I'm KJ, and this is Wyatt.
And hi, Wyatt. I love your big truck hat. And this is also Faith Ross, who also won, and also a contributor with Reno Mom's Blog. What made you guys decide to go ahead and put your picture in there and write a bit about yourself?
I've got 3 kids, and for me, it's really hard to say I am beautiful in the traditional sense. But I'm trying to teach them that there's so much more to being beautiful. Your kindness, your hardworking, what you do for your family, that is the true definition of beauty. And I wanted them to see me put myself out there and be able to say that I did this.
Absolutely. Show them it's okay to say, hey, you know what? I'm not too bad, and here's a couple of reasons why. What you put in for your entry, your thoughts. Were you a bit nervous before you put in, like, oh, I'm not sure? Because it can be, for someone, an uncomfortable place to be like, yeah, I am beautiful.
Right. I think it was a little hard, but at the same time, I think that Reno Mom's Blog is a place where you can share without feeling judged or embarrassed. And so I was able to put exactly how I feel about how
he feels about me.
Love it. Congratulations to both of you. What were some of the other standouts? Were you surprised at the reaction that you got from everybody?
I guess I was mostly surprised because it wasn't just the moms talking about themselves, but it was the moms community. So everybody came on and they're like, hey, you know, we love you as a mom. We think you're great. So it wasn't just that these moms got to come out about themselves, but other people got to support them as well.
Yeah, a great place to support other moms. Love that. Real quickly, we were also talking a little bit about some getting rest for moms. So this is a tough job. You had some tricks and tips that you wanted to share real quickly for other moms out there.
Number one, communicate. Talk to your partner. Tell them exactly what you need. Don't expect them to read your mind because they still do that and it doesn't work. So just letting them know, and then also not feeling guilty when you actually take time. So actually taking the time, turning it off, like letting yourself know that your sanity is worth something.
Love it. Check it out on Real Mom's blog also if you'd like to. Great place. Mornings on Fox 11. We'll be right back. Now it's What Women Want. And welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 8:28. We're joining you live from Mornings on Fox 11 with your News 4 update. Well, Nevada lawmakers are reviewing legislation that would keep homeowners associations from banning the state flag. Assembly Bill 301 would create the same law on Nevada flags as the one for the American flag. It unanimously passed the Assembly last month, and now it's on for the Senate committee for review. Now, one supporter says he bought a state flag for Nevada's 150th year of statehood, but his HOA issued a cease and desist order. He says that his same HOA, I should say, let him fly a Denver Broncos flag, just not the state flag. Bill says that's okay. Well, no, we'll see about that. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. Some clouds out there right now. Some sunshine breaking out in the southern half of the viewing area, but we will see additional clouds start to fill in this afternoon as well. Maybe an isolated shower. For the most part, though, things are mostly dry. Any showers would be the exception to the rule today. 45 in Reno, 48 in Carson City, 51 in Yerington, 32 in Truckee. Tomorrow, though, shower chances really start to increase for your Thursday and Friday. 60% chance for rain showers in the valleys. With the snow level about 6,500 feet, we'll pick up on some accumulations of snow up into the high Sierra as well. Things mainly dry out by Saturday, though, a big day for graduations and weddings. News 4 heads back to the Today Show. Mornings on Fox 11. Last half hour coming up.
The Reno City Council is still trying to decide what to do with its generous surplus, what today's vote's going to establish.
Everyone around us is asking us for what's going to happen next, and we don't know it.
2 local college students were in Nepal when the second major earthquake rocked the already devastated country. What they had to say about this life-changing experience.
You're watching Mornings on Fox 11, connecting Northern Nevada.
And hey, good Wednesday morning, everyone. 8:32 now, middle of the work week. We're also continuing to follow that devastating news out of Philadelphia last night. An Amtrak train going from Washington to New York just kind of derailed. All 7 cars derailed. 6 people died, several more injured. They're saying that up to 140 people were injured.
And of course, the investigation on scene right now, and they did find the black box, which will be crucial in figuring out what exactly happened that caused this to happen. Now, from what I've been reading so far is where the crash or where the cars went off the tracks is very close to a big turn. So speed certainly could have been a factor in this. But you've been on trains like this for years and years, and you're living on this coast.
I've taken this exact route more times than I can count. From D.C. to New York was always the way through to go through there, and it's a gorgeous ride. It's a fast-moving train. The other thing too is, we're so used to in a vehicle having a seatbelt on. There aren't any seatbelts right on the train, so that's part of it too. Some people have said, maybe it's time to put in some sort of security devices on trains because they are so fast moving. But the thought is,
if you looked at those cars, even if you were in a seatbelt or seatbelted in, I think the people who died, at least in the front of that train, mangled,
just
toppled,
toppled,
would not have survived anyway.
Yeah, it's tough because they go through residential areas, they go through city areas, and then just total country areas as well. So this, though, being the inner city part of town, so very congested area. The train does start to slow down as it gets into Philly, but just depends on what part before this was. So it'd be interesting to see what that black box has to say, and about the speed, probably a big factor in this. Who knows?
Yeah, and as that investigation continues, of course, stay with Mornings on Fox 11 and our sister station News 4. We'll bring you updates for you throughout the morning. All right, let's get to your other international news. 2 University of Nevada students were in Nepal when a 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck the eastern side of the country yesterday. This just weeks after a 7.8 quake left thousands dead. The U.S. Geological Survey says it hit near its border with China, and that is where Steve Angster and Ian Pierce are searching for geophysical signs of the first earthquake. Now, Fox 11 spoke to them about what it was like to be in a situation that many people have only ever read about.
Everyone around us is asking us for what's going to happen next, and we don't know as scientists. We really don't know what's going to happen, but it definitely puts you on edge and makes you really realize how scary it is. Because if either of these earthquakes had been a little bigger, the city probably would have been completely flattened.
Now, both of the students say they are rattled, but both are doing okay. Pierce and Angster are documenting their progress in Nepal in daily updates on the university's College of Science website. And for our full interview, you can head to our website at foxreno.com.
The Reno City Council is still trying to decide what to do with its surplus of nearly $11 million. It's a good problem to have, and today they're going to be voting on the matter. They met yesterday to discuss the coming fiscal year and what to do with that extra money. There were several categories on the table, which were all approved. However, the council did decide to lower the amount of money they want to spend on items such as the RPD headquarters fund, Neal Road park lights, and pedestrian safety and bike projects. Not all of the surplus money was allocated at yesterday's meeting. For today's vote, there's still about $100,000 left that the council says they would like to see go to the 2016 fiscal year or the ending fund balance.
Several agencies are working to restore the health of 800 acres of forest land near Clear Creek. The Nature Conservancy has been working with federal, state, and local agencies to remove sick or weak trees, leaving only the healthy ones. The downed trees are then turned into mulch, where they say that it helps to fight erosion and also enrich the soil. The project is said to lessen the risk of a catastrophic fire.
Instead of having very high heights of fire coming through and crowning up into the tops of the trees, we should have a more natural, maybe 1 foot flame lengths along the ground, making it much easier to control for firefighters.
Water monitoring, of the thinned area is a big part of this project, since the area runs off into the Clear Creek, which feeds into the Carson River.
8:37 now as we get you going here on this Wednesday morning. A big name linked to the 2016 presidential races in Reno this morning. Ryan Curran is now live from the Evelyn Mount Community Center, where Jeb Bush, a potential candidate and perhaps potential favorite on the Republican side, is speaking in Reno in about an hour. Hey, Ryan.
So I made friend with a rabbit. Every morning I go out and I kind of walk around to the back of the building chewing on an apple, and when I'm done I toss it out to where I know a rabbit lives.
Yeah.
Well, this morning I noticed the rabbit is now waiting for me at the time I always go out there and do that. Just waiting for me to finish the apple and toss it.
Oh, that's so cute. Yep. Sign of friendship.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then soon there'll be...
You're going to eat all of that? Really?
Soon there'll be a family of them waiting for you.
Yeah.
And then, like, you'll be bringing an extra apple for them.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be a family there at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the thing is, like, they'll be lining up together and waiting for you. Cute little bunnies.
All right, Ryan, thank you so much for that. Coming up, a nursing student is suing her university after failing a class twice. Well, she says that her professor is to blame. It's coming up next. Stay with us.
Yeah, no.
Welcome back. Here's a live look at 80 and West McCarran on your Wednesday traffic. Not bad at all. 45 degrees in Reno. Going to be kind of an interesting mix the next couple of days. Tim's got you updated here in just a second. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at our trending topic. Trending over on our Facebook page, a nursing student is suing a Northeastern Pennsylvania university for failing a required course. Not once, twice. Jennifer Barbella claimed that her professor didn't do enough to help her pass a class. Yeah, she says although she was given a distraction-free environment and extra time for her final exam, the teacher didn't respond to telephone questions that she had asked and that he had promised, she says. She says that created a lot of stress. The Citizen's Voice reports that Barbella is asking for more than $75,000 in damages, asking all of her Google Plusers, what do you think about it? She's connecting this to distress and anxiety and depression, too, because of what she went through with this class. Starting off first with Kempton. Kempton, do you think she has a suit here? She says the professor was supposed to answer some questions for her, and he didn't. And there you go. That's why she failed it twice. What do you think?
Well, the professor didn't go 100%, but I think he went 98%. Like, he gave her more time, a completely quiet environment. I think the professor did almost everything that he could. So, and think about it. She's going to be a nurse, right? Nursing is not the stress-free environment that she's looking or getting now. So I would rather failing her, so not hurting other patients that she's going to try to help in the future or hurt.
Yeah, you think a class is stressful. Try having to deal with sick people and sick kids. That's not going to be very stress-free, I have to say. Just a little moment there. What do you think about it, Glenn?
Well, you were saying exactly what I was thinking. And by the way, Melissa, this is going to look great on a resume, isn't it? Well, I sued my college professor because he didn't answer 2 questions, and I got $70,000 back because I was too stressed to do the job. So please, can I work here? I don't think that's going to look good on a resume.
Matt, what do you think about the concept that we spend a lot of money on higher education? I'm sure she must have spent a good amount of cash for these classes. And if she feels like, listen, you promised me something, you didn't deliver, that hampered me. I was clear with you in telling you that I needed some extra help, and I didn't get that. Do you think she has a suit?
No, absolutely not. I mean, college doesn't just prepare you academically, but it also prepares you for the stress and for the anxiety and all that of the job itself. If she was being hindered by these just couple questions and she didn't look for the answers to those questions elsewhere, that is her issue, not that of the teachers.
Tony, what do we have on Facebook?
Jess writes in and says, you can't handle the stress of school. Makes you think you can handle the stress when you get mean and nasty patients. And Jenny says, I don't know one person who has ever gone through nursing school that didn't almost have a mental breakdown.
We'd love to hear what you have to say. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. That's where the conversation continues. Sam?
All right, Melissa, thank you. We'll still to come here on Mornings on Fox 11. It's Hump Day, and that means Oliver X is back in studio to preview all of the upcoming excitement in the biggest little city. And man, is there a lot going on. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And just a quick reminder here, the news doesn't stop when you leave the house, and Fox 11 has you covered. Download the new and improved free Fox 11 AM app for your smartphone or your tablet. It's available on Apple and Android
if
devices.
this girl can't handle stress, she's really choosing the wrong profession, isn't she?
Oh,
yeah, seriously, nursing has got to be one of the, if not the most stressful job that exists out there.
Imagine emergency or patient like spilling blood, and then she went into a complete panic attack.
Come on, I mean, 24-hour shifts,
right?
With like,
right,
and you know, people dying on you and stuff. That's kind of stressful when somebody wants to die on you. She needs to get a job at like a pillow store selling pillows.
Imagine she asked a doctor a few questions, and the doctor didn't answer her because she got some other things to deal with, and then she cried like, I want the patient die because she didn't answer this question.
She's really going to stress out when she asks a patient a question, and the patient's answer is,
yeah, that's not good. Oh, that's fun.
Okay, guys. See you Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.
Check, check, 1, 2, check. Welcome back, everybody. It is Wednesday, which means that Oliver X is here to talk about some of the events that are going on in our area for the weekend, the next couple of days. And this one, we've got a few interesting ones. This second one we're going to get to, but I'm interested. Good people, though. Baruka Theater, once again, pulling it out. What's going on
Very
there?
good. Love to support Baruka.
Yeah.
Good People is the second play in a series. The first one was Wonder World by Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright David Lindsay Abair. That was hard to say.
It was.
Anyway, this is a great local cast directed by Stacey Spain, and it runs through June 6th. Abair is known for doing intense dialogues and rich character studies.
Talking about intense is what's coming up here with Shiner. Talk to me about this one.
Reno is only the 5th city in the nation to debut and premiere this play. It's written by hot, up-and-coming director Christian DeRusso, and it's about two 13-year-olds, a boy and a girl, who have this obsession with Nirvana. They start this grunge music club, and then their obsession turns sort of to danger.
Yeah.
It's very good. Very good stuff. Kate Attack and Patrick. What is Patrick's
Kiernan.
name? Kiernan, sorry about that. Great local cast too.
So goodluckmacbeth.org if you'd like more information on that. Also, the Washoe Valley Alliance is presenting a bit here. What's going on?
Absolutely. Yeah. This is dedicated to the preservation through education and stewardship of one of our great resources, Washoe Lake, and all of the county of Washoe Valley. Yeah.
Very cool.
Incredible.
What can people expect from this event?
Food, music, fun.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All packed into 4 hours on a Saturday.
Yeah, and the weather might be iffy, but there's no doubt going to be some time you can go over there and enjoy and check out. It's a beautiful area of our Truckee Meadows here too. So go ahead and check them out and support as well. And also we've got the newest Reno Tahoe Tonight magazine.
It's awesome. Promoting the May 15th through 17th Silver State Tattoo and Arts Festival at Peppermill.
It's always an interesting event to go to. If you've ever been interested in tattoo art, go check out some of the amazing art that's being done. And it's being done in our area too. It's not just showing off art that's already done. There are going to be artists there actually doing tattoos, which is pretty cool as well.
90 artists from around the world will be there. So
Wow.
incredible.
Very cool. All right, Oliver, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank
If people would
you.
like to get a hold of you, how can they do that?
RenoTahoeTonightMagazine.com.
All right, very good. Thank you so much.
Thank
Pick it up too, wherever you're at. All right, tossing it over to Tim with a look at our forecast. Hi, Tim.
All right, good morning to you. Weather gets a little dicey for your Thursday and Friday. We have a winter storm watch in the High Sierra for your Thursday and blue on your screen for some accumulation of snow. We're going to talk about that and the rest of your forecast coming up. Good morning and welcome back to Mornings on Fox 11. Yesterday, pretty windy out there. Today, still on the breezy side, but a little less wind than yesterday. We're looking for 10 to 20 out of the west, gusting to 30 miles per hour for the wind speeds today across the area. Mostly cloudy skies otherwise. We do have some breaks of sun right now in the southern half of the viewing area, but we should see clouds start to fill in again by the afternoon. A stray thunderstorm is possible, but really the key word, stray. It is going to be the exception to the rule today. Most of us are going to stay dry. 45 in Reno, calm winds, 44% humidity, and partly cloudy skies at the moment. We're at 48 in Carson City, 50 in Minden and Gardnerville this morning, 53 in Smith Valley, still only 32 in Truckee though, and 45 in South Lake Tahoe. Again, some clouds have been out there through the overnight and part of the morning hours, but you can see they are starting to break apart for the southern half of the viewing area. We're going to see a little bit of sunshine mixed in with the clouds, but we should return to mostly cloudy skies by the afternoon, developing a few of those cumulus clouds out there in the spots that do see sunshine. Perhaps a shower, but again, that is going to be pretty widely isolated today. Tomorrow, our chances pick up for your Thursday. That's courtesy of this storm system right here. Cold enough, too, at the upper elevations for snow to accumulate in the Sierra. It looks like the highest snow totals should be in the southern Sierra, south of Lake Tahoe, and mainly above 7,000 feet. But anyone in the Sierra has a chance to see some snow with minor accumulations in a few spots. That snow continues through Thursday evening into your Friday morning. It should start to let up by Friday morning, but again, wraparound rain showers coming around the backside of this storm system. This is very reminiscent of not too long ago where we were talking about snow just earlier this month, only a few days ago, in fact, up in those upper elevations with those rain showers in the lower. So here it comes again, another storm system. It's late in the season for this kind of activity, but certainly welcomed. We do need the moisture badly. Snow level is right around 6,500 feet with this snowstorm, but of course it will start to waver a little bit. It drops Thursday night into Friday morning, then rises back up on Friday afternoon. Most of us see rain showers in the lower elevations and mostly dry for your Saturday for all the graduations and weddings that are going on out there. Mornings on Fox 11. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. These stories never get old. This is a good one. A World War II veteran is proving that it is never too late to make a dream come true. Billy Mills was drafted into the Army more than 70 years ago. He later married his high school sweetheart, had 5 kids, and worked in the oil industry, but he always regretted not finishing high school. Mills was awarded his diploma during a school board meeting. His daughter reached out to her dad's old school district to help make his dream come true. The district had Mills fill out some papers, and a few weeks later, there you have it. He was a proud graduate.
Love it. Very cute. He looks great, too, for his age as well.
Yeah. That'd be what, 88 years old, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it though.
No.
Jeez.
Amazing.
All right, we've got a switch up on the way coming weather-wise.
We sure do. Yeah, we're talking about another winter storm. I know it's May. I know it's very late in the season for this, but hey, we need it. Better late than never. Some snow in the mountains as we head through Thursday and Friday, rain down into the valleys. That snow level, generally 6,500 feet. It will be lower than that Thursday night into Friday morning, though.
All right, so be aware out there for your commute tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We're going to have the latest on Jeb Bush's visit here to our area coming up on our website later on during the day. Have a great day, everybody. See you back here tomorrow. And welcome back. I'm Melissa Carlson. Your time now is 8:58. Well, Nevada Congressman Mark Amodei is asking questions following the cancellation of a London flight to Reno. Amodei says that he recently spoke with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection in San Francisco, and he says he and others in Nevada's congressional delegation are seeking solutions in the aftermath of the cancellation of the Thomas Cook flight to Reno. It was scrapped after the airline learned that it would take up to 4 hours to get through customs once passengers landed in Reno. Authorities say that the problem involves funding to increase staff at customs in Reno. Amodei says that he is setting up a personal visit to the customs facility in Reno to see the issue firsthand. He's also invited News 4 and Fox 11 along. We'll keep you updated. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. We started off with mostly cloudy skies out there north of I-80. That is still the case, but south of I-80, some breaks of sun starting to form out there. We'll continue to see a little bit of sunshine mixing in with the clouds during the day today, but more clouds will start to fill in this afternoon for a mostly cloudy day overall. 50 in Reno, 48 in Carson City, 52 in Yerington, 32 in Truck.